So yeah, right now, The Walking Dead is the biggest show on television. Millions of people tune in every episode, and, like, a number of viewers that other shows can only dream of. And The Walking Dead also gets great scores from its viewers. Like, it's got 8.7 on IMDb, it's got 8.7 again on TV.com, it gets scores in the high 90s and high 80s from Rotten Tomatoes. So, yeah, like with all this, you probably think The Walking Dead is probably the best TV show on television right now. But if you look at the comments section of reviews, or if you even look at forums, you'll see a ton of complaints saying the episode was boring, this was unrealistic, the writing on the show sucks. From reading the comments sections, you would probably think this was the worst show ever. So what gives? How can this show be seemingly so highly regarded, and yet every single episode there's a whole new list of complaints? Like, is it the best or worst show ever? And now I admit, I love this show, so is there something I'm missing? Like, are there these huge flaws that everybody else sees that I'm missing? Well, one common complaint is that it's boring. I've never found an episode of The Walking Dead to be boring. Even during the more talky episodes. I mean, we're learning about the characters. We're learning what makes them tick. It's basic character development. Whether it's good character development, I don't know. But I never found it to be illogical or nonsensical. I think a possible example of bad writing in the show maybe Laurie's motivations and reactions. Or maybe just the entire character herself. I mean, she is such a bitch, she's self-centered, and she blames everyone else for her mistakes. And as a matter of fact, her emotional manipulation of Shane is what drove him mad. And she blames Rick when he takes Shane out, which she actually suggested he do in the first place? I can't decide if this is really bad writing, or whether these are realistic motivations that a real human being might consider. Humans are not very logical creatures though, so I aim for the latter. And as for characters making stupid decisions, well, people make stupid decisions all the time. And where would the drama be if there wasn't a stupid decision once in a while? And the characters never made a decision so mind-bogglingly stupid that made me immediately shout, "Hey, bad writing!" And as for realism, it's a zombie show. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief for the sake of the plot and the drama. With the exception of one point in the show. The two prisoners that were introduced in the third season, I did not like the way they were handled at all. I'm usually willing to suspend my disbelief, like say with the National Guard shootout. You'd think that the soldiers would probably shoot back, but whatever. I'll buy it for the sake of the plot. With these characters, they were good characters that were killed off simply for convenience. So no main characters had to be killed off. And they are literally killed off in a row. Like when Axel gets killed. Why didn't the governor just shoot Herschel or Rick when they're a lot closer? Convenience. I'm just pissed that two really good characters were killed off simply because they were the most convenient ones to kill off and the most expendable. So I'm willing to suspend my disbelief, but to a certain point. And the show only crosses that line once. So apart from a few problems, everyone's complaints about The Walking Dead, I don't see. Like, I don't think there's any huge flaws that are obvious to everyone else but me that I'm missing. So I definitely don't think The Walking Dead is the worst show ever. I mean, I never did. But I also probably don't think it's the best show either. But then again, that's because I haven't seen the likes of Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones yet. So I guess in that context, yeah, The Walking Dead is the best show that I've seen so far. If you like this video, be sure to comment on it. Also be sure to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also be sure to follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, all those good social media sites. Also be sure to check out my blog at thecriticalcanucks@blogspot.ca. And once again, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you all next time.